handle.
You want answers.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
So on the Today Show, Steven, the engineer, says, because they ask him, where were you when you got the call? Great point of reference. That can be confirmed. Okay.
Right.
He
Where
says,
were you?
Guess where he was?
He was on the 32nd floor.
Oh, no, what
or 33rd floor.
Okay. So good guess. He says, I was on a higher floor when I was called to check out a fire exit door that would not open.
My story, I was on a higher floor when I was called to check out a fire exit door that would not open.
That's what he said on the Today Show. Now, what you and I are both seeing here is the purposeful separation of these two individuals.
Right.
Prior to the incident.
Right.
Purposeful.
Planned separation. The planned separation, but close enough to get this timeline.
Plausible deniability. Right. So this is almost like, I mean, we're going to see these interviews in all of the training programs we've gone to in the past, okay? Because this is almost like interviewing high school kids that are making up a story, right?
Well, let's see. I want to see the read technique done on these guys too, man. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm looking at those guys going, "What?"
Oh yeah, Reed's all over this. You know they're going to use that. So the SCAN course too, the subject interview statement analysis. Oh my gosh. So then Ellen says on the Ellen Show, we're back at the Ellen Show.
Okay.
She asked Stephen Paddock. I mean, yes, no, not Paddock because he's not around. But she asked Schuck.
She asked the engineer.
The engineer, Stephen.
Right.
Says, so that's when you got called, Stephen. He goes, yes. That's when I got called.
When I was in between that area, I was calling security dispatch to get transferred to engineering. They didn't know anything about it, so they dispatched an engineer to go verify what that was.
That's when you got called.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. As soon as Jesus said that he called the security. Okay, so his story lines up. So Jose says, and at that time, this is on the Ellen Show. At that time, I heard what I assumed was drilling sounds. So
Jesus heard that.
Yeah, Jesus was inside that little room,
the little foyer there.
The little foyer there. He's saying that, basically he heard drilling sounds. I believe that they were in the area working somehow. Okay, so I don't know who they are, right? When you start saying they, that I want you to tell me, who do you think they are? Are you saying that you heard it from Stephen Paddock's room or they? Who's they, right?
Right.
All right. Now, remember this drilling sounds thing, okay? All right. So, I'm
also remembering that he's a security guard and he's been informed of any maintenance being done in the Mandalay Bay.
I would think.
Before shift.
Sure.
Or at shift change.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of money in the building.
Sure.
A lot of people. You would be briefed on who's doing what where.
Right. So he says, and at that time, now here's a security guard who's still in that foyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he take a seat on the barricade?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's sitting on the barricaded door, calling somebody, going, "Hey, I hear drilling sounds." I think somebody's working.
Oh my!
Yeah,
might be from some hearing piece he had.
I don't get it. So then the Ellen Show. Ellen says, "So Stephen," goes back to the engineer. So then you were called up. All right. Well, he's already confirmed that.
Right.
Stephen says, "Well, I didn't think anything out of the ordinary at the time. And he starts moving around in his seat as soon as he says that, right? So the body language, and I mean, there's a bunch of YouTubes out there for that. Then Steven says, I came from a higher floor. Where did you hear that before, right? So it's the same story.
Same story.
Okay.
He still doesn't know what floor, though?
No. He
specific.
I came from a higher floor. Now remember.
Things like that happen, you know where you're going or where you came from.
Oh, yeah. You go, look, I was in room this, and I came, So the Today Show, he said, I was on a higher floor.
My side, my story, I was on a higher floor when I was called to check out a fire exit door that would not open.
Right.
And the Ellen Show, he says, I came from a higher floor.
So you're called up. You just think that you're coming to look at a door that's been blocked in the firewall, right?
Yeah, I didn't think anything out of the ordinary at the time. I came from a higher floor and came down a different hallway, service elevator.
Okay.
I mean, what I'm saying is, listen to the language. It's exact.
Right.
All right. And there's no shakiness to any of this. The voices are not like the people who were shot at down on the ground. So then Stephen,
which means it's more scripted.